Hello FPL fans and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about the knee-jerk reaction for FPL Gameweek 30. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the most transferred in and transferred out players for this game week and make a recommendation to you guys as to whether or not you should go with the crowd and bring these players into your teams or release them from your squads. So just before we get into the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to show support for the channel and share this video with your friends if you guys are enjoying this type of content. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So taking a look at the most transferred in players ahead of Gameweek 30, beginning with Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes is yet to play in Gameweek 29, but has seen 30,000 managers move him into their squads. Fernandes has compiled 209 FPL points this season, which does make him the highest scoring player in the game. This comes about as he has got himself 16 goals and 12 assists and has been very prolific for his owners. The main reason why managers are transferring in Bruno Fernandes for this game week is that Manchester United face up with Brighton at home, which is no doubt a great fixture. After this, United face Tottenham, Burnley and Leeds, which are three pretty nice fixtures for attacking returns as these teams aren't the strongest defensively. Bruno Fernandes has got himself 13 points in his last 2 matches, but has only got himself 1 return in his last 4 games. Bruno Fernandes has only got himself 1 return in his last 4 matches, meaning he has scored 19 points over the last 4 games. Despite this though, he did return in 4 out of his previous 4 matches before this period, so he is always such a good asset. I think considering that he is owned by 55% of managers, it is key to have him in your squad so you're not missing out on his points, and with this fixture against Brighton at home and his incredible form throughout this season, there is no doubt no better transfer to bring in this game week than Bruno Fernandes. So now moving on to the second most transferred in player, it is Mason Mount. Mount is also yet to play in Game Week 29, but has seen that 25,000 managers move him in. Mount is the 15th highest scoring midfielder in FPL, getting himself 117 total points. He's got himself 5 goals and 5 assists so far this season, and has been decent value for his £7 million price tag. Mason Mount has been in decent form recently, as he has got himself 2 double-digit hauls in his last 5 matches. Chelsea have some very nice upcoming fixtures, highlighted by their very good fixture in Game Week 30, where they face West Brom at home. This gets followed up by Crystal Palace, Brighton, West Ham and Fulham, which look all very nice from an attacking standpoint for Mason Mount. Also, he is only owned by 14.1% of managers, so if you are looking for a differential punt in midfield, then Mason Mount could be the go. With his decent form recently and Chelsea's good upcoming fixtures, if you are willing to take the risk with him, then by all means go for it, but it is a risky transfer in, so do it at your own risk. So now moving on to the third most transferred in player for this game week, it is Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne does not play in Game Week 29, but has seen that 25,000 managers move him in. De Bruyne is the 11th highest scoring midfielder in FPL, getting himself 125 total points. Considering that he has missed 6 matches this season, this is quite an impressive feat as he has got himself 5 goals and 11 assists. Coming in at £11.9 million with a 17.7% ownership, he could be a very good differential alternative to the likes of Bruno Fernandes or Mo Salah. If you are looking to take a punt on Man City, then Kevin De Bruyne could be the go as he does have a low ownership and he is such a proved FPL asset. In Game Week 30, De Bruyne faces Leicester away, but then Man City's next 3 matches include Leeds, Aston Villa and Crystal Palace, but they do blank in Game Week 33. Despite this though, Man City have been in such good form recently, and it really doesn't matter who they come up against, they are all looking likely for attacking returns and defensive returns as well. De Bruyne is coming off a 14-point game against Southampton in which he only played 71 minutes, so he is such a good FPL asset and he is in decent form, so if you do want to take the punt, it is a bit risky considering his high price tag, but by all means go for it as Kevin De Bruyne is such a proven FPL player. So now moving on to the most transferred out players for this game week, starting off with Heung-min Son. Son has seen 65,000 transfers out, which makes him the most popular player to depart the squads. This comes about as he picked himself up a hamstring injury against the Gunners in the London derby and has been out recently for the Spurs. He's likely to miss Game Week 29 and may not even be back for Game Week 30 as well. Son is the 3rd highest scoring player in FPL with 179 points and has been great value for his £9.4 million price tag. His ownership has dropped quite a lot recently as it was sitting around 60% but is now only sitting around 46%. Obviously this is still quite highly owned as he has got himself 13 goals and 9 assists and has been great so far for the Spurs this season. Son does tend to have quite a quick recovery time, so he should be back for his Gameweek 30 clash against Newcastle, as that is in a couple of weeks. Obviously this game against Newcastle is quite a good fixture for the Spurs. It then gets followed up by Manchester United, Everton, a blank in Gameweek 33 and then Sheffield United, so these are some decent upcoming fixtures for the Spurs. Obviously with Son's high price tag and high ownership, I can see why it is tempting to get rid of him from the squad, but he should be back for that Gameweek 30 clash against Newcastle, so I wouldn't be too tempted to get rid of him just yet. If not, just give it a little bit more time and see the extent of the injury and see when he will return. So for now, hold on to Heung-min Son. Moving on to the second most transferred out player for this game week, it is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Aubameyang has seen 20,000 managers move him on this game week, but is yet to play in game week 29. Aubameyang will face up against West Ham away this week, which is a tricky fixture, but then in game week 30 he faces Liverpool at home, which is quite a difficult match to get himself a goal in. Aubameyang has recorded 104 FPL points and has been decent for the Gunners recently. In his last 4 matches, Aubameyang has recorded 31 FPL points, but did get rested in his match against Tottenham. This means that in his last 3 games, he has been only started in 1, which he did get himself a goal in, but it does tend to be that Lacazette is getting preferred over Aubameyang. Obviously he was transferred in quite a lot for this Game Week 29 match, as he had been in good form recently, getting a haul of 20 points just 4 weeks ago. But coming in at £11.5 million and not being a certain starter, and with this match against Liverpool at home in Game Week 30, I think it will be definitely worthwhile moving Aubameyang on and side grading him to the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Bruno Fernandes or Mo Salah, who are around the similar price range. So now moving on to the third and final player on the transfers out list, it is Lewis Dunk. Dunk did get himself 6 points in Game Week 29, as Brighton were able to get themselves a clean sheet against Newcastle in a comprehensive performance. Despite this though, Dunk has seen 15,000 managers transfer him out so far this game week. Dunk has scored 101 FPL points this season and has been decent value for his £5 million price tag. He has proved to be a strong differential asset at the back with a low at 9.7% ownership, and he has got himself 16 points in his last 2 matches. Over the span of this season, Dunk has got himself 4 goals and 8 assists and has been one of the highest scoring defenders in terms of goal tally. Despite this good form though, Brighton have a severe fixture change over the next 3 matches, as they face Manchester United, Everton and Chelsea as their next 3, which then gets followed up by Sheffield United. Obviously these next 3 matches are looking very unlikely for clean sheets, even though Brighton have only conceded 6 goals in their last 11 matches. I just think with many other defenders around this £5 million price range, it could be worthwhile side grading Dunk to another defender who does have better fixtures in the next few game weeks. If you do want to hold on to Lewis Dunk though, it wouldn't be the worst option, as Brighton do play in Game Week 33, which is a blank game week against Sheffield, which is quite a good fixture for them. So that's what we've got for today for the knee-jerk reaction of FPL Game Week 30. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful for your transfer plans ahead of this game week. So if you did, give it a like and subscribe to show support for the channel, and once again share this video with your friends if you guys are enjoying this type of content. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.